So this is a quick video on the subject of hosting your website. Now when you create a HTML file on your computer, only you can access that file because it's on your computer. So for the rest of the world to be able to see all the HTML pages which you create, you need to put them on a server. And so when you want to do that, you need to get a hosting account. So effectively what you're doing is you are, if you like, renting some space on another company's big computer, much bigger than yours, which is a server, and they are hosting your files on their server. That's the best way to think of it, really. So what you need then is a hosting account. Now there are lots of providers who will provide you with a hosting account. GoDaddy is one of them. If we just have a look at what they're offering here, let's have a look. They have got, well, basically sort of 3 packages here, and this is typically the sort of money you'll be asked to pay, anything from sort of $5 a month up to sort of $15 a month, and obviously the more you pay, the more you get. This one here, you're limited to only 10 gigabytes. Now if your website's going to have lots of video files, audio files, that type of thing, then that might be a bit too small for you. If we go up here, 150 gigabytes, that should be more than sufficient, and up here there's unlimited, and then they offer other things on top. This is Hosting 24, and they basically have 2 packages which are quite well priced, and here you've got unlimited disk space, and here on this one you can actually see all the various different specifications of their hosting package, and it shows you, for example, that on both of their packages you get the ability to run CGI and Perl scripts. Now if you don't know what that means, don't worry about it, but just so you have some understanding, if you were going to run, for example, a membership script on your website, then you would need CGI in order to support that script. In the Power of Free business model, we show you how you can actually host your website for free, and we do that on a fairly basic hosting account. So in fact you don't even need to pay anything for it at all. Now it's a basic account and you don't get CGI functionality or the ability to run Perl scripts, anything like that. It doesn't actually matter because what you're going to be putting on your website just as a basic Power of Free business doesn't need to have a membership script on it. You can of course add that in later on if you want to, or if you feel you want to have a much more fully specified site from the outset, then you could do that, but just bear in mind that if you do want to run membership scripts on your website, then you are going to need a hosting account that does have CGI capability, and that is going to cost you this kind of money per month. So to get your hosting account, it really is as straightforward as just pressing order now and filling in the details which they ask you for and making your first month's payment. Once you've done that, you will then receive an email from your hosting company, and that will contain some important pieces of information. So I've just listed here the information which will be in that email. As you will see when you get your email from your hosting company, there's all sorts of stuff in there about usernames, passwords, cPanel, and all the rest of it. Let me just narrow this down for you so you know exactly what you're looking for. The first most important thing you need to get is the name servers information. There will be 2 name servers which they will give you, and you need to go back to your domain account where you've bought your domain name from. And as we looked at in the previous video on domain names, you simply put those name servers in on the name server fields given on the domain account, and the process takes about 24 or 48 hours. After that time, you will then have your domain name operating on your hosting account. The second very important piece of information you need from that email is your FTP details, your file upload details, and this you will need so that you know what information to put onto your FTP piece of software in order to upload your files to your hosting account. So the first FTP piece of information you need is your host name. Now once you have updated your name servers, your host name is actually going to be FTP dot whatever your domain name is, whatever your extension is. So for example, as per our previous video example, if you had the domain name of infraredlandscapes.com, then it would be ftp.infraredlandscapes.com. Obviously, if it was .net, it would be .net and so forth. Until such time as your name servers are updated, your email will also contain an alternative which you can use in place of this, and that will be in the form of numbers in this kind of format here. And so as soon as you have your hosting account up and running, if you simply go into your browser and instead of typing in www. whatever your domain name is .com, you simply put in that number instead, you will then find that will take you to your hosting account. And initially, of course, what you'll see, as we saw back in the very first video, is a blank page. But once you FTP some files up to your hosting account, you will then start to see those files at this web address here. And then once your name servers have updated, it'll be your actual domain name. So the FTP details then are the host name, which is either that or that, and then your username and password, and that pretty much is the most important information on the email you receive from your hosting provider. The other two things that are in there will be the cPanel information, which is your control panel of your hosting account, and also how to go about setting up an email. Now, if your hosting account is with a provider other than the provider of your domain name, and if you're following the power of free strategy, then that will be the case, because you'll be having your domain name registered with one company and you'll be hosting your site with another. Then you'll be controlling your email through your hosting account, and so you'll need to go into your cPanel initially to set up your email account. Now, just in case you've never actually seen a cPanel before, this is what one looks like. When you log into your cPanel, you see all this stuff here, and it does look a bit daunting to begin with. You know, things you probably have absolutely no knowledge of: preferences and mail and files and logs and security and domains and databases and software and all the rest of it. So it does look a bit daunting to start with. The good news is you don't need to do very much with any of this, really. The only thing you need to be concerned about probably is the mail. So you simply would click on that one there to set up your email account, and all you're really doing is just telling it what you want the name of the email account to be. So, for example, if your name is John and your domain name is, as per the previous example we looked at, infraredlandscapes.com, you would simply go in here and set it up so that your email account is John at the domain name, or whatever you want it to be, whether it's you know, customer service at the domain name, or info, or admin at the domain name, whatever it is, you would do it through there. Other than that, there's not a lot else that you really need to concern yourself with in your cPanel, for the time being at least, certainly for the purposes of what we're doing here. So once you have your hosting account up and running, and even before you actually have your name servers updated, you will then want to start transferring some of the files, whether that be the HTML files or the video files or whatever files you want to have on your website. You want to start transferring those up to your hosting account. In the next video we'll look at actually doing that process of publishing your files, but once you get to your FTP client, you will be presented with some fields that look like this, which ask for a host name, a username and a password. So you now know where you're going to find them. The host name, as we've described, will be ftp dot your domain name dot whatever the extension is, and username will be as you'll find in the email, and likewise password will be as you will find an email from your hosting provider. So all of this and the process of setting up a website from scratch, from the very beginning of getting a domain name and a hosting account and publishing your files, and of course the business strategy behind it in terms of finding a niche, researching it, and setting up your business to generate you a monthly income, is all covered in the Power of Free toolkit. And if you'd like to have a preview of that right now, just click on the link below.